Hi everyone, my name is Dia from EC2202 and in class E2 and my index number is 222029A. Today I'll be showing you my product, which is a rotating product display, which is also called an RPD. So the agenda for this presentation is basically showing you the project background, project objective statement, project concept, project design and the sketching. Project development, the actions of the flow in the flow chart and the action sequence of the code. And also not only that, I also show the finalized circuit photo together with the challenges that I faced in the project development. Starting off with project background, whenever I went out to shopping malls, I see many different types of products, especially new releases of products. For example, Nike. When Nike has a new model of shoe, they would want to show the new shoe model in front of the shop. So the shop owner will display in front of the shop basically. And from my experiences, customers do not really stop and look at the product. They will just take a quick glance of it and see whether they will like decide on the spot whether they will like it or not, but they actually haven't seen the full detail of the product. So therefore I would want to make a product to attract customers to buy the new releases of the product. Thus leading me to project objective statement. So my objective statement, which is to attract customers who are walking past the shops to buy the new releases of product. So my project concept will be when the customers walk past the product, which is the RPD, a beeping sound will on to catch the customer's attention. This will allow them to look at the product that's being displayed as it rotates. In order for this to work, I'll be using an IR sensor so that when the RPD senses someone passing by it, it will then operate. Other than using an IR sensor, I plan to have the RPD to be an interactive product to get with the customers. So I plan to add a button which turns the product at a slower rate than when the IR senses someone passing by. This will allow the customers to catch the details of the product. So as the customers press the button, uh, they will see the product that's being displayed in a much more detailed way. So this is my project design, my hand sketching. On the left here, we'll see the my original plan, and on the right, we'll see my final plan. So for my project development, I will be making a disk. So when this disk turns, I have to measure the time it takes for each motor to move 180 degrees with the speed that I want to make a whole revolution. So since I'm using servo motors only and it has a maximum of 180 degrees, I'll be using two servo motors which moves at 180 degrees at the same time. As for the buzzer, I included it so that the buzzer will attract someone due to the sound. For the LED, it will only be turned on when the RPD is moving. So basically for the disk, I'll be using two servo motors. And since the servo motors only moves at 180 degrees, I had to stack them up so that when one motor moves at 180 degrees, the other one will also move at 180 degrees so that it will make a full 360 degrees. So this photo below shows the making of the disc where the store owner will uh, place the products. This will be my flowchart and my code for the RPD. This is my final circuit photo. So on the left photo here, we'll see the product RPD, the insides of the RPD, and the middle here is all the ports that's being used and the buttons that's being used also, and where they are placed at. So the challenges that I faced during this product development is that I only had servo motors. I didn't have a DC motor. So basically, servo motors only move at 180 degrees, and I had to stack them up so that it will turn in a 360-degree turn. Due to the lack of LED and supply, I didn't have enough LEDs to put around the product because I plan to put the LEDs around the RPD disc. So I did buy LED strips, but 5 volts from the Arduino is not enough to light it up. Other than that, when putting on the disc on the RPD, it was not stabilized. So in order to prevent that problem, I taped in 4 small pieces of cardboard at the corners, as you can see from the bottom picture, to level the disc so that it would not be too high, so that the servo motor will be able to move as well. So that's it for my presentation. I'll be showing you my demonstration of my product after this. Hi everyone, my name is Dia and I'll be showing you how my turning product display works. Alright, so this is the turning product display. The turning product display consists of 2 servo motors, 1 IR sensor, 2 push buttons, 1 buzzer and 1 LED. So currently there's only 1 LED, but there will be actually multiple LEDs around the rims of the turning product display. So there's an IR sensor here. So when the customer approaches and when the IR sensor is detected, the buzzer will beep for 0.1 seconds and then the LED will turn on. As the LED will be on, the 2 servo motors will move in a 180 degree angle, and which will make one revolution of 360 degrees, and it will actually, so once it will make a 360 degree, it will go back to its original position. Then we have the 2 push buttons. When this push button is pressed, the turning product display will turn at a 90 degree angle and then it will stop, 180 degree angle, then it will stop, 270 degrees, then stop for 1 second, then 360 and stop for 1 second. So at every 90 degree angle, it will stop for 9 seconds, and then it will actually go back to its original position also, with the same concept. Not only that, there's also this push button here. So when this push button is pressed, the whole program will shut down and the whole turning product display wouldn't work anymore.